So, Tina here. Still August 1st, 2023. Getting ready to be August 2nd. I just wanted to pop in and say, well, I just heard Pee Wee Herman died. Also, the Lieutenant Governor of New Jersey, who was filling in as governor while Governor Phil Murphy was in Italy. She just passed away, I guess, suddenly. Um, That's sad. Both 71. Um, and Pee Wee Herman, I guess, cancer. Um, but Law and Crime was just on, and Robert Chambers, those of you of a certain age would probably remember him. He was the preppy killer or whatever. He um, killed a girl in Central Park during, you know, accidentally. He said it was rough sex, or he blamed it on her. Um, and I just literally watched the video, and it's sad that I remember his name and I don't remember her name. Um, Levin is her last name, and it's really like this guy. He got so lucky because he could have gone away for first-degree murder, and for whatever reason, he kind of got away with it, and he only got 15 years. And so he served his 15 years, and then let me look up, and then well, I guess he already had issues with um, drugs and alcohol, and yeah, Preppy Killer. And so he got 15 years, he got out, and then he turned around and got in trouble for selling drugs, and then he got 19 years, but now he only served 15 of those, and he's out. Most likely he'll end up back in because Jennifer Levin is her name. And it's sad that you remember him and you don't remember her. She was a young, beautiful girl, and, he killed her, whether it was just, who knows? You're not there. It was in Central Park. I remember it. And what year was that? I forget what year it was. But anyway, he's out. So it was 30 years ago. So yeah. So he's 56 now. 1986. Wow. Yeah, he's a mess, this kid. And I don't know, maybe he's straightened out. Somehow I don't think, the record doesn't change his spots. Um, whatever, but he's out. And he got a break, I guess, because of his good looks and, who knows, money. So that's what I wanted to pop in and say, that Robert Chambers is back out of prison. And how time flies, because I remember when he got out, and then he got in trouble not long after he got out, and then he got thrown back in. So, it's just a shame. But anyway, so was listening on Court TV to some of the coverage of Rex Heuman's court conference today. He sounds like, I don't know. Um, I got in on attorney Melanie Little's live tonight, but I got in late, like it was almost over. But she had gone to the court, and they're saying that he stared down all of the reporters. So I have to go back and watch her replay to see her description, because this man is like 6'6", and probably pushing 300 pounds. and he's not looking too happy now. He's not looking at, like, like they portrayed him when they first arrested him. He's crying and everything. He looks scary now. And now his wife and the kids, they're they're a mess. So they their house is destroyed, um, and they're lost. They look just like lost souls. So, you know, like people are saying that they probably knew what was going on. They probably had it. Well, first of all, they were probably afraid of him, and he, he was probably abusive or gaslight or whatever. But they were controlling. But they look beaten down, and they look beaten down like long term beaten down, not like recently beaten down. So, there was stuff probably going on in there. They, probably knew there's something wrong with him. You get caught in this vicious cycle of abuse. But they probably, like, just couldn't even imagine that he would be arrested for being the Long Island serial killer. Um, but then again, we all know it's could be somebody next door, and it is somebody next door. It's always going to be somebody next door. Maybe not next door to you, but maybe, yes, next door to you. And, and you always think about those people and you think, boy, like, I have a couple of neighbors around here that, if they got arrested and they were on the front page of the paper, I wouldn't be surprised. But what can you do? You can't call 911 and say, the guy downstairs, he looks like a serial killer. You should come and check him out. You can't do that. I worked in a truck stop for a few years, and everybody that walked through those doors, because it was a travel center too, everybody who walked through those doors looked like a serial killer to me. And the nicer they were, the more I was like, oh my God, this person's got to be a serial killer. And I'm sure serial killers pass through those doors. Um, but what I'm saying is that, to me, everybody looked like a serial killer. And, you know, you just don't know. And it's always going to be somebody that lives next door, because they do. They live in our community. They're living among us. So don't be surprised, ever. Bye for now. Talk to you later.